And here on the post-game show with Canisius coach Scott Hemmer, and we're kind of exchanging a couple of thoughts here off there. You win by 20, but yet the second half seemed like a struggle for you. You called a couple of timeouts, some frustration boiling over for you. Maybe just talk about what you were thinking.
Well, I think it's still part of the process, and I think a little bit about what disappoints me, as we had talked about it beforehand. Like what was our expectation today, and what was the standard we wanted to play to? You know, they're starting to figure out what it takes to be competitive in this conference and what it takes to win. And, yes, we still turn the ball over too much and we give up too many offensive rebounds. But if you look at our shooting percentages, if we can fix those two things, we've got a pretty nice squad. And, we're still not able to get over that hump for 40 minutes. But I was really proud of the way they came out in the first half and tried to dictate the tempo and the style of play. So, unfortunately, I guess it's part of the process, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Though at the same time, you kind of got into this a little bit, but I'm asking, it's more of a longer view kind of a thing. It was just 25 days ago. You played them down there, a game that kind of came down to the very finish. Who was going to win that game? You ended up winning it by 8. Here, almost never really in contention in this game. It was almost over midway through the second quarter to a certain extent. Can you talk about how far your team has come since then?
I think a lot of it comes down to they're doing a better job within the flow of an offense, whether it's against the zone, a half-court man. They're starting to see what we're trying to do, and when they execute that, we get some pretty high percentage shots, and I think you've seen that reflected in our box score and what we're shooting from the floor. And again, I thought today, for example, in the first half, our execution was really good. I think in the second half we let the scoreboard dictate who we were a little bit instead of, setting a standard or playing to a level of expectation. And I think you have to credit Iona for that a little bit. I mean, it would have been easy for them to come out in the second half, and it's been a tough road trip having to reschedule things, and they came out and played even harder in the second half. So it's a credit to them, and it's still something we have to learn to overcome.